Now to a story of an athlete who is genuinely unique. He is the sole member of East Timor's Winter Olympics team, and he's set to march all by himself in the opening ceremony in South Korea next year.
His name is Yohan Goutt Goncalves, and his story's been compared to the Jamaican bobsledders in Cool Runnings, that classic. And he joins us now in the studio. Thank you very much for coming in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How do you feel about that Cool Runnings comparison, by the way?
I like it. I definitely like it. I mean, I get that often, and it's a pretty cool. I mean, there's a movie around it, so I mean.
So maybe a movie about you one day.
Who knows? But I don't know who can play me. It's a complicated character, I guess.
Well, your story, the whole story of your family is fascinating as well. Your mum came from East Timor with her siblings by boat to Australia, and then she met your father, who's from France. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. They were refugees, and she came by the age of 12 on a fishing boat, a Japanese fishing boat, and she came to Australia, and then she grew up in Australia, and very common for Australians after their studies, they go to Europe, and she met my dad in France, and
right.
That's how I live. I was brought up in France and started skiing there.
Yeah, and that's where you developed your love of slalom.
Yeah.
Snow.
My dad gave me that culture of the snow, and my mum gave me the Timorese culture, and my dad gave me the snow culture, and that's when I started training.
So you would have started excelling at that and then had the choice about who to compete for.
Yeah, that's true.
So why East Timor?
Well, I wouldn't be on this show if it wasn't for Timor. No, yeah, the main reason is I think there's, first of all, I'm connected with my roots. My uncles were fighting in the resistance when they were in Timor, and the only way for me to give back today is with sports. So it's for me to keep a connection with where I come from, and as well, I like this role of showing Timor to the world and being some kind of sports ambassador for Timor.
And how are the preparations going for the Olympic Games?
Preparation going well. Right now it's a bit complicated in Europe because there's not a lot of snow as it's end of the summer.
Should come. There's been plenty of snow in parts of Australia.
Yeah, that's true. And but now next week I'll be on the glaciers of Italy, back on training. So a lot of physical training right now, and snow training next week.
But let's face it, the preparation has to be a lot easier than for Sochi, because you actually had to set up a federation, didn't you, in order to compete?
Yeah,
at Sochi.
That's true. Like, so my mum and we set up a federation. And since 2008, we were trying to make it up. It's very, very complicated, and we succeeded making the federation in 2013, so 1 year before Sochi Olympic Games. Wow. And so I had a very short time to qualify, and luckily I succeeded in qualifying and representing Timor back then. Yeah.
How does it feel marching by yourself, by the way?
The feeling's pretty interesting. I mean, all eyes are focused on you, and you can see that the people they are looking at you. They're like, who is this guy? What is this flag, first of all, and why is he alone? Like, what's this team? And I like it because most of the people after do researches, and I got some email of people saying, oh, I was interested just looking at you and could see you as a flag and Googled you.
And you feel incredibly proud, obviously.
Oh, definitely.
Carrying your country's flag.
Well, I feel very proud already to my mum, because like she comes from Timor, and she's giving a little part of what I can do for Timor, and I'm very proud to have this message, to bring this message of sports and show Timor to the world.
And you still work with East Timorese kids?
Yeah, I do. Back in July, we helped a clinic of Barrio Pité, that's Dr. Dan's clinic. He's an Australian doctor, and we did an extension with a group of kids, students from France. We came to Timor and we built up the clinic. We did an extension all together, yeah.
Well, Jan, thank you very much for coming
in,
and good luck for Pyeongchang.
Thank you very much.
Go for gold, eh?
Thank you, yeah, I'll try that.